Okay, so good morning. We're doing another review, this time of subtracting. And with subtracting polynomials, it's just really important to pay attention to how the wording of the problem is looks like. So right over here, you notice how even though 8x cubed is after 2x cubed, this one will be the first one. That's because we're taking this away from that, all right? So this is it. This is how the problem will look like in the vertical format. All of my like terms are lined up, and then I could go ahead and start subtracting. So I'm going to start here at the end. I'm doing a positive 9 minus a positive 1, and 9 minus 1, that's a positive 8. All right. Then over here, I'm doing a negative 2x minus a negative x. So you see we have a minus and a negative together, and this whole problem will be rewritten as 2x plus x. So if you combine these two together, you're going to get a negative x. Now let's look at this one over here. I have a negative 3x squared minus a positive 6x squared. Oops. Minus a positive 6x squared. So I have a negative and then I have a positive. So a negative or like a minus and a positive, that will just give you a minus 6x squared, 3x squared. And then when you combine these two together, you're going to get a negative 9x squared. And then over here, you're doing 8x cubed minus 2x cubed. So this one is going to be a 6x cubed. All right. So this might be a little tricky. That's why I wrote my work on the side. But this is what we end up with at the end. Now, notice how my exponents, they're not changing. I remembered from yesterday when we had problems like this. Just to backtrack, a number of you wanted to combine the terms like this. So just remember, whenever we're adding polynomials, it's just the coefficients are going to change, These variables they're going to stay the same. We're not adding the exponents. So our answer, we're going to leave our x squared alone, and we're going to keep our and change our coefficient to 4. So just like the same idea over here, my coefficients, they're not changing. Like I'm not going to write 6x to the 0 power. I'm just going to write 6x to the 3rd. It's just the coefficients that are changing. All right, so let's move on to a different problem. This one here, I'm subtracting 3x cubed. So I'm subtracting this from this, and I need to do it in a horizontal format. All right. So this is how it'll look like once you set it up. I'm going to write parentheses. Oops. All right, so it's in parentheses, and then I'm going to start combining like terms. So some people rather than just drawing the shapes, they just like to draw arrows. So this will join to this. This will go to that. You can do that too if you're more comfortable. Let's start. So here I have 2z squared minus 3z squared. That's going to be a negative z squared. And then I have a 3z minus a positive z, so that's going to be a positive 2z. And then here, there's nothing. There's no constant over here. So I'm actually doing a 0 minus a negative 4. So your minus minus, this will be the same as saying 0 plus 4. So this is what you will end up with. Right? Now, unless the problem says otherwise, you can choose any form that you're more comfortable with. I just wanted to show you different ways of setting up these problems. And again, this is setting us up for when we go on to multiply fractions, because we can also do it in the same vertical format and this or a horizontal format. All right, this is subtracting polynomials, and this will help you with worksheet number 2.